Hello everyone, it's us, the people of TV Days Drama Digest, bringing you yet another dramatic update from the world of Days of Our Lives. Today, we have a heart-stopping story to share about none other than EJ. In a twist that none of us saw coming, the notorious EJ finds himself in a perilous situation that could forever alter his fate on the show. Rumor has it that after a deadly shooting, EJ will be left in a coma, forcing us all to say goodbye, at least for a while. Let's take a deep dive into the web of enemies and unforgiving pursuits for those who have followed EJ's tumultuous journey. His list of enemies is legendary. The tension has been building, and now it seems that nearly everyone in Salem has a score to settle with him. EJ's long list of adversaries reads like a who's who of the town's most troubled souls. Among them, we find Johnny and Chanel, whose personal vendettas add an explosive element to an already volatile situation. Their pursuit is relentless, fueled by a deep-seated and not to be outdone. Rafe and Jada are also on his trail, determined to track him down. Each of these characters harbors a personal grudge against EJ, and the stakes have never been higher. The explosive mix of unresolved issues and simmering resentments has created an environment where confrontation seems inevitable. In a town where allegiances shift to betrayal, blame, and the weight of responsibility, the chaos doesn't end there. Belle, with her fierce loyalty and indomitable spirit, has been burning with anger against EJ. Her personal disappointment and the sense of betrayal she feels have made her one of his most dangerous critics. Meanwhile, Paulina Price has not held back her fury, openly blaming EJ for the collapse of a crucial adoption that once promised hope and new beginnings for many. Ava, too, is demanding accountability from him. Her call for responsibility is not merely a plea, it's a battle cry. Ava's insistence on EJ facing the consequences of his actions underscores the deep divisions within Salem. Add to this mix the tension surrounding Rachel, who has been threatened by EJ, and the list grows longer still. Even stalwarts like Roman and Kate have not been spared. Both have received their share of threats from him, creating a ripple effect of fear and suspicion that threatens to engulf the entire community. Each of these confrontations adds layers of drama to EJ's already precarious position. Every individual mentioned has a story, a personal vendetta or grievance, that intensifies the pressure on EJ. The convergence of these disparate yet equally potent forces is setting the stage for a dramatic climax. The inevitable confrontation as the countdown to an explosive showdown continues. The air in Salem is thick with anticipation and dread. Rumors suggest that the tension will finally boil over in a violent confrontation where the stakes could not be higher. Eyewitnesses and insiders have hinted that in the ensuing chaos, EJ will be found lying on the floor with a gunshot wound. The gravity of this event cannot be overstated. A gunshot wound, potentially leaving him in a coma, would not only mark the culmination of years of conflict, but also force everyone to confront the question of who, among his many enemies, was truly responsible for this brutal act. Imagine the scene, the lights dimming in the midst of a fierce fight, the sound of a gunshot echoing across a chaotic landscape, and EJ collapsing in a pool of uncertainty and pain. For viewers, this moment represents the peak of the dramatic tension that has been building over countless episodes. It's a moment when everything comes crashing down, leaving us to wonder if EJ's reign of turmoil has finally come to an end. The clinic, a temporary goodbye in the wake of the shooting, the next chapter in EJ's saga takes a critical turn. As the dust settles, EJ is rushed to a clinic where the skill and determination of a dedicated medical team will be put to the ultimate test. This isn't the first time that fate has intervened in EJ's life. Previously, it was Dr. Rolfe who managed to keep him alive through the darkest moments. Now, with his condition uncertain and his fate hanging by a thread, we are forced to brace ourselves for the possibility of saying goodbye for now. The clinic becomes a symbol of both hope and heartache. It stands as a sanctuary where EJ's life hangs in the balance, yet it also marks a turning point in the narrative. The very prospect of having to bid farewell to one of Salem's most notorious characters is a bitter pill to swallow. For fans, it is a poignant reminder that in the high-stakes world of Days of Our Lives, even the most formidable figures are not invincible. The uncertain future of EJ, with so many people intent on seeing him removed from their lives, EJ's future is more uncertain than ever. The relentless pursuit by his enemies has built a case against him that seems insurmountable. It's as if every wrong, every betrayal, and every dark secret has finally caught up with him. The collective desire for retribution is so overwhelming that some in Salem even believed EJ was dead before the shooting occurred. Now, as he lies in a state of suspended animation, the question looms large: will this be the end of EJ, or merely a temporary pause in his turbulent existence? The drama is far from over. In the intricate tapestry of Salem, where life and death intertwine in the most dramatic ways, a character like EJ could vanish from the scene only to return when least expected. His current condition may well be a harbinger of future developments, a narrative twist that will keep fans on the edge of their seats. The final curtain or a new beginning? The dramatic turn of events surrounding EJ encapsulates the essence of Days of Our Lives. A world where every action has far-reaching consequences and where no one is safe from the repercussions of their past. EJ's impending coma is not just a plot device, it's a moment of reckoning, a final curtain that may signal the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. For the residents of Salem, the implications are profound. With EJ incapacitated and vulnerable, those who have long harbored grudges and sought justice now face the reality of a man who, despite his transgressions, was once a formidable force in their lives. As the community grapples with this new reality, alliances may shift and unexpected truths could come to light. The very fabric of Salem is at stake, and the fallout from this confrontation will likely reverberate through every corner of the town. A heartfelt goodbye for now. At TV Days Drama Digest, we understand the emotional investment you have in these characters and their stories. EJ's trajectory has been a roller coaster of love, betrayal, ambition, and ultimately, retribution. Now, as he lies in a clinic fighting for his life, we are reminded of the impermanence of power and the inevitability of consequence. In the coming days, as we watch the unfolding drama, we invite you to reflect on what EJ's fate means for Salem. Is this a moment of finality, or simply the calm before yet another storm? The clinic, with its sterile corridors and determined doctors, is now the battleground where EJ's future will be decided. And while we may have to say goodbye to him, for now, the promise of his eventual return looms like a shadow over the horizon. Join the conversation. We know that this storyline has left many of you with a mix of emotions, from sorrow and disbelief to anticipation and hope. What do you think will happen next? Who do you believe was behind the shot that left EJ in such a precarious state? And how will his temporary absence affect the intricate web of relationships in Salem? At TV Days Drama Digest, we thrive on your passion and insight. We invite you to join the conversation and share your thoughts on this dramatic turn of events. Your opinions, theories, and heartfelt responses are what make our community vibrant and full of life, even in the darkest of times. In conclusion, the saga of EJ, marked by a relentless pursuit of vengeance, bitter betrayals, and explosive confrontations, has reached a critical juncture. With his enemies closing in and his life hanging in the balance, the impending coma following the shooting is a moment that will be remembered as one of the most dramatic twists in recent memory. Whether this signals the end of EJ's reign in Salem or simply a pause in his tumultuous journey, one thing is certain: the drama is far from over. As we watch this story unfold, we remain committed to bringing you every twist and turn, every moment of triumph and tragedy as it happens. Thank you for being a part of our community here at TV Days Drama Digest. Stay tuned, keep the conversation alive, and remember, in Salem, every ending is just the beginning of a new chapter.